The ancient history of nursing. The word nurse comes from the Latin word nutriti, which means to suckle. The first nurses recorded in history were wet nurses, women who breastfed and cared for the children of others. Wet nursing is an ancient practice that was commonly practiced around the world, and famous wet nurses from ancient history include Deborah, the wet nurse of the Hebrew matriarch Rebecca, and Maya, the wet nurse of the Egyptian pharaoh Tutankhamun. Dry nurses, men and women who assisted physicians and other healers in medical procedures, also existed in the ancient world. In ancient Egypt, men and women could serve as both physicians and dry nurses. The only medical profession in ancient Egypt that was restrictive to one gender was midwifery, which was a female-only profession. Women in ancient Greece were not allowed to serve as either physicians or dry nurses. They could only work as midwives or abortionists. The traditional female roles of wife and mother have always involved the roles of providing medical care to family members. This ancient gender role has led women to become the face of the nursing profession since ancient times. In 100 BC, the Charaka Samhita, an ancient Sanskrit text on Ayurveda medicine, was composed in India. In this text, it was taught that nurses need to be sympathetic, hygienic, and know how to prepare and administer medications. Pagan temples dedicated to healing deities such as Isis, Imhotep, Serapis, Apollo, Asclepius, and Hygiena served as places of healing throughout the ancient world. The first Christian nurse was Phoebe. Phoebe was a Christian woman from Carcrenia, Greece, who lived during the 1st century AD, and was mentioned by St. Paul in the Epistle to the Romans as a deacon and emissary to the Christians in Rome. Western nursing was heavily influenced by Christianity. The Christian virtues of universal love and benevolence, and the various teachings of Christ, such as the parable of the Good Samaritan, formed the basis of nursing ethics. During the 3rd and 4th centuries AD, several wealthy Roman matrons converted to Christianity and used their wealth and social influence to establish early hospitals that provided care to the sick, the poor, and the homeless. One of these was Saint Fibula, a Roman noblewoman and nurse who converted to Christianity and opened a hospital in Rome in circa 390 AD. The Byzantine Empire was the first civilization to have flourishing public hospitals for inpatient care provided by professional nurses. The first Muslim nurse was Rafeda bint Sa'id. She was the daughter of an Arab physician, and she set up a tent by Muhammad's house in Medina, which was the first mosque. This tent served as both a clinic and a nursing school for the Muslim community.